Hi, it's Carolyn. I'm known as the Contest Queen, and it's another Sweepstakes Q&A. I love the end of the month because I get to answer all your questions. I already had some emailed into me earlier. We'll answer those. But I'm channeling my inner Tom Cavalli, who's the owner of I Win Contests, and I'm going to unbox some prizes to start. This is going to be fun. So some of them are freebies. Some of them were collect to claim, and some of them were actual prizes. So I just kept all the packages I got over the last couple of weeks, and we'll see what's in here. I thought it would be fun to do. So this one was from Monster. Now Monster, this summer, what they were doing was they were getting you to collect the tab on their drinks, and if you put in the code and collected so many tabs, you could use the number of tabs that you had to claim prizes. So this one contains a Monster toque, a pair of sunglasses, the wee Monster logo on the arm, and a Monster keychain. Now, sometimes I keep all these prizes. Oh, and I got a Monster sticker. That's kind of fun. And that's it for that box. And I got two of the same for Monster, so I don't even remember what I claimed all my points for. And I love these because I use them for stocking stuffers because I call them kids. They're all grown adults. I mean, George even has a grandson. But I use these for the kids. It's fun, and it really cuts down on the cost. Oh, yeah, I got a lot more beanies because I was getting them one for every kid. So I got 2 beanies, 3 beanies, 4 beanies. And that's another benefit of the hobby, is that you can save that. So let's see. Oh, poor TikTok. I'm streaming TikTok on the side, and I'm showing the camera for Facebook and YouTube, but there's the beanies for TikTok. I forgot. I gotta show everybody. Unfortunately, I can't do vertical video and horizontal video at the same time on the same platform, so I have to. Now, this one is something I ordered. This is a sample of something that my company sells. And I'm very excited to see it. Whoa. Oh, your sample has arrived. It's time to show and tell. Well, that's what I'm doing. It's from Teespring. Now, I'm very proud of my daughter because she's going to OCAD, which is the Ontario College of Art and Design, for illustration. So, of course, I'm going to get her to design all my artwork. And this is the Ladies Large t-shirt with prize magnet. Check this out. Look at that. Oh, I think for TikTok, I got to flip my camera. There we go. No, not flip my camera. Mirror my camera. There we go. So, yeah, isn't that great? And she actually hand drew all the little prizes on there. And what's neat is, I don't know if anybody is familiar with the 4 C's of contesting. It was basically what people wanted to win was cash, cars, computers, and cruises. Cruises is kind of a catch-all for trips. And so I had her we put an airplane on instead. But if you see that, it's the cash, the cars, the airplane, and the computer, which is kind of fun. So I'm really proud of her. I love it. And then also a couple of my sweeping buddies have purchased these already. So we're going to be wearing them at the convention in next summer together. So we're all going to be twinning. It's going to be fun. And I love it. You got to be a prize magnet. You have to think you're a winner. See, this is something. In my last couple of books, I had a chapter on attracting luck because everyone kept saying to me, how do I get luckier? And there's a lot of books on the law of attraction and whatnot. And so the chapter was always attracting luck. But really, I've come to realize that it shouldn't be called attracting luck because that makes it sound external, and that it's kind of, if you're lucky or you're not. When in fact, winning is an inside job. which, by the way, is going to be a future book. So the next book that I'm writing, Prizes Everywhere, has a chapter called Being Lucky, because it's a state of being. So I got this little package, and I have no idea who it came from or what it was or what I won. And I was not expecting this. This is so cool. I love it. It is a Doritos belt pack. Oh my God, this is so cool. I won the bucket hat. If you go on my TikTok account, I think I shared it in my reels too on Instagram. I won the bucket hat, and it looks like it's made of Doritos. This is just red. This is just their colors. But the bucket hat looks like the fabric is a Doritos print. It's very well made. I used to buy promotional items for companies, and you can tell the quality of the items. And sometimes some companies do promotional items and they're not very good. Like, it's one of the reasons I do like the Monster prizes. Those are very well made. The Doritos hat was well made. The Pepsi, most of them are well made. I'm not a fan of the socks though. They make polyester socks, and I'm like, I can't wear polyester socks. But I've been wanting a belt pack for when I pin code hunt, because sometimes in the summer, if I'm wearing just shorts and a t-shirt, I don't have any pockets. So then I could put my car keys and my my iPod, my phone, whatever I need in here. Maybe a little cash, because I usually lock everything up in the car. Oh my God, this is so great. I'm so happy. Totally. I didn't even know I won this. Oh, I love surprises. I call them surprises. Oh, I love it. Well, that was fun. Oh yeah, there's a little note in here. So it must have been from that contest. Yes. I don't even remember winning it. That just made my day. I love surprises. Okay, now this was a freebie. If you had a code from, I think it was a cereal box, you could get some of these. This is what I like about the hobby, is not everything has to be prizes. It could be, free swag, coupons, discounts, all kinds of things. It makes the hobby fun. These are, I think they're from Lucky Charms, and they're bags you can use for sandwiches. Oh, and they're stickers. Oh, so you fold it over and use the sticker to close it. They're magically delicious. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, this was from General Mills, and these are recyclable paper sandwich bags with 30 stickers. They're called lunch skins. How fun. And see, this is what I think is a good idea. And they give you a coupon if you want to buy some more and save on that. Okay, I have one last one left. Oh, that was fun. And then I'll start answering questions. Okay, what is this one? Ooh, I knew this one was coming. This is one I expected, because this is a bigger belt fanny pack. This is the Monster one I used my my points on, and got one of these. This is bigger, actually, so this might be better for traveling. Oh, this is nice. Look at that Monster logo. See, you can feel this is bigger. This one's also padded. I love swag. This is the marketer in me. I just love swag. Oh, so Melanie says, I would love to watch a video of your winnings. If you want to see the big ones from back in the day, go watch Winning for a Living, which I hate the name of that documentary, on my YouTube channel. And you'll see that. Oh yeah, because that question came from Facebook. So yeah, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see. But I do unboxing videos all the time. I post them on TikTok. So some little ones, right? Yeah, surprise win. I spell them surprises with. Oh, look at. Brenda Harris says she's got the cash, the cruise, and the car, no computer, but I'd rather have a camper. Yeah, I know, right? We can just change the oh, thanks. Yeah, Nicole, I just love my kid. I'm just so biased, but I'm a mom, right? Of course I'm biased of my kid. And we should be. So here, we're going to get to the question. Now, if you have questions, put them in the comments, and I will answer them. Oh, I forgot to show the TikTok people the monster bag. I got to get used to this 2-screen stuff. I'm talking. I totally forget about this group over here. So I had 3 questions sent in, and they're very good, and they're long. So I actually printed them out because I thought, oh, this isn't like a quickie. This is from Sean. And she says, "Hi, Carolyn. I know timing is everything when I log into an instant win sweep, but I've been wondering, what if there's several chances to play the game after you've initially logged and played the first game? Should I log out and log back in to play again for a better chance to win, or just hit their play again button since you're already logged in? Do they set up different times to win because within the game to win, or is it really just the initial login timing? There have been several games I thought I would try to by logging out and then back in if they offered more plays, but they wouldn't let me play those second or third times saying it already played for that day. Thanks for your help." Yeah, it depends on the game. I always enter the 3 right away. So a lot of times it's like a spin to win or a little game you play. And if you don't win the first time, you get a couple more chances for the day. And so the problem is, depending on the game, if you log out and come back in, the computer already registers you as having played, even if you missed the other 2 chances. So the best way to do it is to figure out what those are and then play accordingly. For me, I'm busy. I won't remember to go back. So I always just do one after the other. I figure if I'm going to win, I'm going to win. I find for a lot of those games, the earlier in the day you can enter, the better. So if you're an early riser, wake up and do all your instant wins first thing. Or I like to keep my phone is in the bedroom, but across the room on the dresser. So if I have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the washroom, I will go grab the phone and take it with me and maybe do an instant win or 2. Sometimes I've won stuff and I come back to bed and George is like, "What's took you so long?" And I said, "Oh, I won 2 instant prizes." I come back to bed and I'm smiling and I go back to sleep. So yeah, so sometimes it's good to enter in the middle of the night. But yeah, I wouldn't. The problem is you don't know if you can log back out and log back in and give yourself 3 chances over the course of a day until you do it the first time and figure out that you've lost those other 2 chances. So, or if someone else has tried, maybe chatting in one of the online groups and then figuring that out, right? So I hope I would just keep playing them one right after another and just do it at different hours of the day. I always, regarding instant wins, I keep saying to myself, now I know it's a limiting belief that, you can't win in the middle of the day. Too many people are entering. My odds are terrible. Some of my biggest instant wins have been in the middle of the day. And so I don't know where I get this belief that it's better to enter early. I mean, I know statistically, because I see the numbers, I think I've blogged this on my site, where RoboForm actually showed their stats of people that were in their program, and you could see that in the early hours there was fewer people and contesting, so logic would dictate that it's the best time to enter. But I've hit some good instant wins early in the morning, and I've hit some good instant wins in the middle of the day, and I've hit some small ones in the middle of the night. It really is in random draw. So I would just try to get them in and make sure you enter, because a lot of times those instant win contests don't just have an instant win component. Now, not all of them. Like the Canada Dry one that I was entering this summer, only instant prizes. Like someone won a car this summer instantly. It wasn't me. But someone won a car instantly. Same with Roll Up the Rim. Roll Up to Win with Tim Hortons. They were giving away 15 cars. Last year, I saw a news article about a guy that won one of the cars. But the other 14, We don't hear who wins them, so we don't know. So it's just chance. So just, but other contests have drawings where you can win instantly, and then they have a drawing component. So Circle K, I believe, does instant win. You can win little prizes, and then there's weekly draws and a grand prize draw. So even if you don't instantly win, just get your entries in for that day, because you have a better chance of winning the weekly or the grand prize draw. And imagine if you didn't win anything instantly and then you won the grand prize draw. You wouldn't care. Okay. Anna asks, when entering the entry codes on image, so I know she means Omaze. She probably got auto-corrected. Like Happy 150 gets you 150 extra entries. Does that disqualify you for the free entries? That is the free entries. So you get your three... you get up to 6,000 free entries per thing. So I don't know if it actually gives you past that. Like, I've only ever done the free ones. I should ask them that question. I'm interviewing them for my book. So I will make note of that and ask Omaze, because they are legitimate. I do know people that have won from Omaze. I have never won from Omaze, but... that doesn't mean I won't. So this one is from Esther. She asks, you probably have answered this question already, and I missed the answer. No sooner have I entered. Oh, I hate these. I've entered a contest, and then an imposter account follows me and wants me to follow back. What should I do? Leave it on my followers list and do nothing, or delete it from my followers list? Yeah, you can just delete them. And you can block them. So this happens a lot on, I've seen it on TikTok and Instagram, seem to be the two worst places that this occurs. So you'll go enter sweepstakes on Contest Queen, for example, and then 2 seconds later, you will get Contest Dash Queen follows you, and then Contest Queen Dash or Contest Queen. And then sometimes you won't just get one, you'll get 3, 4, 5 of them, all one right after the other. And then sometimes they'll be brash enough to message you and say, hey, you won, and they'll put all these emojis and stuff and look really happy and say, just click here to claim your prize. Oh, do not do that. So for example, if I win a prize, if I'm hosting a contest or I'm hosting one for a client and somebody wins, I DM them and say, hey, congratulations, you've won. Clearly my office. Or I will say, please send us your mailing address so we can get your prize up to you. I'm not asking for a credit card. I'm not asking for payment of any kind. That is a huge red flag. Ignore it, block it. That's all you can do. Oh, someone on Twitter says, I think her name's Mary. Facebook is getting pretty bad too. Yeah. They were bad for a while, and then I didn't see anything happen on Facebook for a long time, but I guess they're back. Yeah, anything people could do. And the sad thing is there's a lot of people new to the hobby that don't understand how sweepstakes really work, and they fall for these scammers instantly. It's so sad. We had a question here on TikTok asking, is Amazing Canada actually, their head office, I believe, is in the States, and they're a global company. So read their rules, but yeah, anybody can win. You can win from Omaze if you enter. Just again, they are supporting charities. So if there is a charity that you absolutely love to support them, get extra entries, and maybe you'll win. But people do win from the free entries. So I'm not saying that you have to spend money. I'm just saying it's their business model. right? That's just how they raise money for charity, is they get people to donate their time, like famous celebrities to donate their time, or they have houses, they have cars, they have trips, they have all kinds of things. And then, but they need those, they rely on the donations to then support the charities. So that's why they give away so many more entries on the charities and limit the free ones, because that's their business model. So this one's from Betty. She says, when a contest asks you how you want to enter Facebook, Instagram, etc., or have a Gleam code emailed to you, is best to use the Gleam code. I always enter using email. I don't want to attach my entries to Facebook, Instagram, whatever, or Google, because what if something happens and they disappear and I have no access to that? So one of the things I always used to tell clients, one of the reasons they should have an email, like a newsletter, and collect email addresses, is because I'd say to them, if Facebook disappeared tomorrow, how would you reach your audience? And the only way you could do it is email. And a couple of weeks ago, there was a Facebook outage, right? WhatsApp was affected, Instagram was affected, Facebook was affected. And I got an email from a marketer that said, hey, Facebook's out. We're reaching you because we have a newsletter. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But I went, that's right. So I always prefer to use my email address that I set up for entering sweepstakes to log into any platform. And then for some reason, if I have to verify, my preference is Twitter. And I don't know why. I just like to do Twitter for verification. So that's my personal preference. But you can do whatever you like. That's the nice thing about this hobby, is it's not a cookie cutter hobby. You don't have to follow what I do step by step by step by step. It's, if you prefer radio contests and you want to focus on those, go ahead. If you like to do mail-ins, they haven't disappeared. There's a lot less of them, but they haven't disappeared completely. If you prefer mail-in, then you go ahead and you mail in. Why not? Right? Why would you not take advantage of what makes you happy? Okay, so Melinda says, what sites do you use to do your sweepstakes? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? All of them. I'm not quite sure what you mean. So there's, so someone, Nurka says, oh, I love Instagram contests. So there's different types of giveaways. So there's online as kind of a general umbrella, right? Online sweepstakes. Now, when I first started entering online sweepstakes, they were basically standard entry forms that you used to find in stores, like original entry blanks, OEBs, they used to call them, that you would mail in. And they basically took that and made it digital. So it was a straight up form that you'd fill in and enter. And there's still those, right? So it's basically the digital version of an original entry blank. And then they started getting fancier. So then sometimes they'd have what they call an advert game. So you could play a little game and get your entry in. Then they started adding in, when social media started to come on the scene, they started saying, hey, you can win on Facebook. So you'd comment, like, and follow and comment on Facebook. And then Instagram started to get popular, and you started to do the same thing there. And actually, Twitter was before Instagram for sweepstakes. So you could, follow and retweet on Twitter. And then Instagram, and now TikTok. So it's, for a while, Pinterest was really popular too. Like you made a board and submitted the board. But I haven't seen a Pinterest giveaway in a long time. So I've actually taken that out of the next book and I've replaced it with TikTok. Yeah. So that's what I do. So it's I enter basically. However, now sweepstakes season is coming up, and I'm going to next month we're having a whole discussion about it. But what happens during what I call sweepstakes season in the month of December? Every company that you can think of is hosting giveaways, and they're giving away prizes on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and now TikTok might be thrown in there. And it depends. Sometimes they give away a prize on each platform, and sometimes they draw from all three platforms combined. So it depends on the company, depends on how many prizes they're giving away. And to maximize your odds, you want to enter on all of them. So imagine hundreds of companies, and you have to enter their sweepstakes on 3 to 4 platforms every day, all day, for a whole month. It's crazy. So we're going to be talking about that the last Monday in November. I just wanted you to know that Omaze will get you the same amount of entries whether you donate or not. I think it depends on the donation amount. I'd have to go back and check. I haven't entered Omaze in a couple of months because I've been busy. But I do know that there are some, high value donations that can get you far more than if you just got the free ones. Because I think the free ones are limited to 6,000, which is basically 3 entries at 2,000 each. Okay. Oh, so someone on TikTok says, "Oh, I'm relieved that I'm not the only one." No, you're not the only one that goes crazy during the month of December. Okay, so Janice here has a big question, so I don't know how high up on my... Oh, it's not too bad. I thought maybe it'd be covering my face. I do have a question about TikTok contests. Is there a way to find them? I tried the hashtag with contests or sweepstakes, but I basically get garbage posts. And are they commenting entries, entry forms, or other ways of entering? Okay, so I actually have a mastering TikTok class to show you how to enter. But what I've done is, when I first started on TikTok and I was still figuring out the platform, I was duetting every sweepstakes I found, but then I realized no one was seeing them. And it was making my feed look gunky. So I took them all away. And what I've started doing is every time I find a TikTok sweepstakes, I post it on Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter and you just scroll my feed, you will see, and I'll post the country. So that I find pretty much just US or Canada. I don't really find them for other countries. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of how the TikTok algorithm works. It doesn't show me anything from anywhere else. So I'll put either Canada, US, or US and Canada, which is what I do for any sweepstakes, or worldwide if I happen to find one worldwide. So that lets you know who's eligible. And then I'll put the link to the hashtag of the giveaway. And usually when you go to TikTok and you click on that hashtag, it'll give you a rough description of the sweepstakes. And then usually at the bottom left of that description, there'll be a link to the official rules. Or if they don't have that, it'll be in the description where you can go to see the full official rules. It's one of my things as a marketer. I promote to clients that if they're doing a social sweepstakes, they should have a dedicated webpage on their website for the official rules, full, especially if it's a bigger contest. So yeah, it's really hard to find TikTok giveaways based on that, but I've actually been pretty good at finding them. So I share them on Twitter. So Nancy says, in some of the rules, it says entries generated by automatic means will be disqualified and void. Does that mean we have to type entry forms ourselves? I've seen that a lot in rules. Yeah, that has been around since as long as I've been entering sweepstakes, for like 20 years. They mean bots and autofillers. So when I first started entering sweepstakes, there was companies that you could pay to fill in all those online forms for you. And so, the company would look at their database and they'd see they'd get like 30,000 entries all from one IP address because all these people have paid that company to enter for them. And yeah, that's pretty scammy. And they would get disqualified. Some rules, occasionally I've seen that you must manually type in your entry. But I use RoboForm. It's my favorite sweepstakes tool. I've been using it for almost 20 years. And I would have started actually sooner, but the computer I had at the time was not happy. And if I'd put RoboForm on it, it would have crashed it because it was just a wonky machine at that point. When I installed, in 2003, when I installed RoboForm on my new computer that I got, it cut my entry time in half and I was hooked. And it saves me so much time. And I use it to organize all my sweepstakes. That way I have them everywhere because I have RoboForm everywhere on my phone, so I can enter sweepstakes on the go. I love it, love it, love it. I also teach a RoboForm 101 class to teach you how I do my whole system. That's my preference. You don't have to use that. Some people prefer to use their browser and the autofill. I do it because I can save full forms in RoboForm. So if you get to an entry page and it's got your name and then you have to fill in a couple of things or click a few radio buttons, they call them, I can save all of that in RoboForm. But there's a whole system to it. So take my class. I also outline it in my book. I walk you through it step by step, which I'm updating, by the way, in the new book. Because, of course, the look of the program changes. Okay, so here we go. So, yeah, I use RoboForm. I win. I don't think it's a problem. Okay, so, Melinda, do you do more sites? Is there more sites where you're doing them from? I think what you're asking is, okay, I don't find the majority of my sweepstakes, if I come across one on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram randomly, then yeah, I'll just enter it. I use a sweepstakes aggregate to find my sweepstakes. Or in the case of some of the social sweepstakes, I have a tagging circle. And then when my friends tag me, I'll go and look and see if it's something I want to win. Sometimes it's not a prize I want. I'm like, yeah, them tagging me gives them an entry. Great. Have at it. But I have a tagging circle, and then I'll go and look and see if I want to enter. And then I'm like, ooh, I like that prize, and then I'll go and enter that one. But the majority of my sweepstakes that I enter, I find on sweepstakes aggregates. And an aggregate is something that aggregates, an aggregator, right? It brings everything together. Oops, I just hit my mic. Sorry. Just brings everything. See, I'm too enthusiastic. Brings everything together. It aggregates it, right? So it makes it easy for you to find legitimate sweepstakes. So if you go to my website and click on resources and click on find sweepstakes or find contests if you're in Canada, or find competitions if you're international, I have lists of places that you can go to find legitimate sweepstakes. But just finding one here on Facebook and one here on Instagram, one here on Twitter, you won't win that often. That's why I suggest using sites like, Sweepstakes Advantage, I Win Contests, Sweepstakes Fanatics, Sweep Sheet. They all aggregate them and make it easier for you to win. So if you're having trouble winning, Melinda, that might be why. Yes, thank you. Celeste, look it up. Oh, Chelsea, sorry. I think I need new reading glasses. And it is small print. She says the maximum number of entries for any one person in this experience is the 6,000 regardless. Okay. So there you go. Now we know. Amaze caps it at 6,000, whether it's free or not. Thank you very much for looking that up. I appreciate it because I can't do it while I'm live. Elaine said she's getting a new laptop for the Christmas season. She's so excited. Well, congratulations. Yeah, well, come back next month when I'm doing my holiday season special, because I'm not doing anything live in December. I'm not doing any classes, and I'm not doing any lives in December because I know it's first of all, everybody's super busy with the regular holiday stuff, and then top that off with sweepstakes season. No one's going to attend. No one's going to come. No one has time. So I'm having no contest club meetings, no classes, no lives. We're all back in January. So I've already set the calendar from, I did October and November, and then I skipped December, and then I did January, February, March. So I've already booked my calendar out. I booked it out for 6 months in one shot to make it easy. And that's what we're doing. Yeah, so I'll have to go to your Twitter page more often. I usually hang out on Facebook. I just find it easier to copy and share it on Twitter. I don't know why. Maybe I should do more Facebook. Maybe I'll do that for November as an experiment and just see what happens. Oh, Chelsea says RoboForm's amazing. I love it, right? Is there any way to better your chances? Just enter more. Yeah, so it is a numbers game. So the more you enter, the more odds you have of winning. Then you have to look at the odds of the sweepstakes. If it's open for a long time and everybody can enter daily for, say, 6 months, your odds of winning are going to be worse than if it's only open for a month and people can only enter once. The other tip I have is concentric circles, right? So you want to enter in your city area, right? And then you want to enter your state or your province and then national. So before the pandemic, the best sweepstakes I was winning was local ones. I was winning, now only started recently. I had a couple this year, but before, like in 2019, I think George and I went to like every couple of weeks we're on another date night with tickets I won to some event or passes to something, or like we were off going on another date because I won something from a local radio station, from a local paper, from a local website, from a local, something was local. So I was winning a lot, but they were all like locals because only people in my area or city range are going to enter. And then your province and then your country. So I would win, but the majority would be closer to me. So your odds of winning are better. So that's another tip. Let me see what we got here. Okay, so Janice says, my Google account automatically films my forms out, and I have an Excel spreadsheet that I keep track of sweeps with, so I've never tried RoboForm. So I don't use an Excel spreadsheet. I use RoboForm because I can use it on any device. So I use it on my phone, and I use it on my Chromebook, and I use it on my laptop. So no matter where I am, I can just open it up and all my sweeps are there. So if I had tracked them in an Excel spreadsheet, I would only use it on my computer. So if I wasn't at home, I couldn't sweep on the road. So if I'm sitting on a bus or waiting in the doctor's office or whatever, I wouldn't have access to those sweepstakes. Whereas I do when I have it in RoboForm because it's on my other devices. And Google does automatically fill in your name, address, and phone number. But if a UPC code is required, Google generally doesn't remember that. So if I come to this page and I have to click 3 boxes and a UPC code, name and address, RoboForm will automatically save all of that. So I don't have to do it again. Whereas Google, you'll probably have it, if you needed a UPC code, you probably have it in the spreadsheet. You got to copy it, you got to paste it. It's a little bit faster if you don't have to do that. So, but if you're winning and you find it easy, you just keep it up. Don't change. So Lori says, RoboForm is free for laptop, desktop only. The cost is for RoboForm everywhere where you can sync your logins. Thank you, Lori, for clarifying that. You can go to my website and RoboForm, because I've been such a vocal, passionate RoboForm user, they have set up a discount for me to offer everybody else. And so if you go to my homepage, contestqueen.com, and scroll down, I think you get 30% off the full year, the first year. And it is so worth it. Invest in your hobby. Go try it free. But the thing is, you can't sync your logins. The other thing, too, is you have to remember, I use this for business. I think I have about 500 passwords saved for work. Not just sweepstakes, but for work. And I also keep, this is a great tip for parents. What I did when my daughter was little and she wouldn't remember anything, I'd always have her log in. She says, "Oh, I just set this up." I said, "Okay, come here." And I would have her log in on my computer and I would save it with her initials so I'd know it was her login. And I can guarantee you a week later, she'd come back and say, "Mom, I can't log in. What's my password?" And I would have it. I love RoboForum. So you can try it out free on your laptop. But like I said, I love it because it syncs it in the cloud. I can use it on any device. I think it's just worth the investment in your hobby. It's no different than you subscribing to a newsletter or upgrading your computer like Elaine just did, or anything. Anything that's going to help enhance your hobby, why not? Oh, what is Facebook name? Oh, it's just me, my name. I have I have this haircut, but just shorter because it's long. I'm waiting till the holidays to get it done. Yes. So I always win the local ones. So I stopped so others can win. I switched to helping promote them when I win a few times. Yeah, that's nice. Elaine is a queen of winning locals. I don't win enough locals to stop. Right. She says my town is so small they don't have any. I go to town for them. Hang on. Let's see. I've lost it here. Okay. Another way is to better chances joining Sweepstakes newsletter where they offer help with keywords and answers to Sweepstakes questions. That's what I said. Go take my classes. Lori, you're so funny. But yeah, if you go to an aggregate, the nice thing about some of the aggregates, like I Win Contests, Sweep Sheet, I don't remember if Sweep Atlas has one, but several of the others, I think Sweepstakes Advantage has one. They have comment sections or forums. Tom's has a Discord group, and people help each other out. That's the one thing I love about this hobby. I never expected to make friends from this hobby, and the community is awesome. We all love hanging out and pumping each other up. It's why I like holding my virtual contest club meetings, because we can't do the in-person ones right now. It's why I love the conventions. I had never been. So when I first started entering in 2001, I had no idea that there was this huge community. I just found some sweepstakes and I talked to people in a group on Yahoo, which was the big thing back in the day. Kind of like like how Facebook groups are now. And I started writing my first book and discovered there was a sweepstakes convention in the States when I was doing a lot of research. So my husband and I went. And I was actually, I think, Lori, did I meet you there? Were you at the one in Moline? It was amazing. I walk into a room of 600 people that liked entering sweepstakes. And I looked at my ex and I said, "We're coming every year." I had found my tribe. Oh my God, I was so happy. I can't tell you. And I even remember that year, because the conventions run Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So companies, agencies work Monday to Friday. So you could get a winning notification at the convention. And I remember Todd Fields getting a phone call, because you put your phone on silent. He got a phone call and he jumped up in the middle of the sweepstakes convention and said, "I just won a car!" And we were like, holy cow. He was just, they phoned him on a Friday and he jumped up and down, and it was amazing because everyone was so happy for him. They were all cheering and clapping, and I was so happy because sometimes you tell people that you win stuff and they're all like giving you the stink eye, like, "Oh, you're so lucky, you always win." Do you know how much work we put into this hobby? It is not just, we put some effort into it. And he won a car. So it's really nice to have the community. And so if you're in a site that has a community aspect to it, it's a real benefit, because if you are stuck on something or have a question, I mean, I only do these Q&As once a month. So what if you have a question tomorrow? I mean, sometimes I do videos and little things here and there to answer them. But if you need something now, a lot of times there's groups and there's threads, and that you can get answers right away. This Brenda says, during the stay home drop boxes, I did great. Oh, that was a good idea. See, as things shift, you have to alter your hobby. So she was doing in person, like at the supermarket or the grocery or the drugstore or wherever. And she maximized her odds of winning. So you have to change it up. How do you find local contests? So what I do is I have a list in RoboForm. I have it under a folder called Weekly, and it's every outlet that is near me. So every television station, every radio station, every magazine, every website, everything that's surrounding me that I know hosts regular giveaways, I have a list and I go and check it. It's also key, especially on Instagram. I find this really helps on Instagram to have my tagging buddies, because they find local sweepstakes. And then also you can do searches for things. So say you live in Chicago, on Instagram, you can do hashtag Chicago and see what comes up, or hashtag Chicago, hashtag giveaway, and see what pops up. You'd be amazed at how you can find. But again, friends really help. It's crazy. Okay, so where did I leave off? Okay. Beverly wants to know, how do you enter for you to get stars like I win? Here on, yeah, it's okay. I don't need the stars and the hearts. They're somewhere. I think they actually cost money. I think I only have like 2 or 3. So maybe I'll donate them to Tom and he can use them for his Christmas giveaway. Sweeps Atlas has comments. Thank you, Aurora. I couldn't remember. And you think I remember? I was on that site yesterday posting a contest. Oh, Lori says she wasn't Moline. Her first was in Scottsdale, Arizona. Yeah, so almost every convention Lori's been to, I've been to. I missed a couple of years. 1 year I was getting divorced and we didn't have any funds to go. And the last couple of years I couldn't travel. So, but I bought my ticket for next year and I'm very excited. So Lori says her favorites are I Win Contest and Sweeps Atlas. But there's lots. You know what I tell people to do? Go to my resources section, and I have a huge list, and poke around. Go and check the different sites out and see what format you like. Because when you're having fun, that's when you're going to win. Some people don't like certain formats for whatever reason. And so they prefer the way this site looks and how it's organized. And if you're comfortable and you're having fun and you're enjoying yourself, that's when you win. If it starts to feel like work, just quit. Oh, yes, Sweetie's Secret Sweets. That was a tongue twister, right? Yeah, her site's also popular. Right. Thank you, Janice. Yes, I have friends who want to start doing this, but then they found out how much work we put in to do it, and then they change their minds. They think it's easy till they try. It's nice to have people online to talk about this hobby. Yes, so I always call it January at the gym. Sometimes, like when my books come out, they say, oh my God, everyone's going to start entering, and now we're not going to win anything. And I go, don't worry, it's like January at the gym. because so a lot of people might buy my book and start, and then they realize, oh my God, it's work. So it's like January at the gym. By February 15th, the gym's back to normal capacity because most of the people that started in January realize they have to go to the gym 6 days a week to lose the weight, and it's hard and they don't like it, and so they quit. It's the same thing as January at the gym. That's a good idea, Brenda. I go to our town's local Facebook pages. They post grand openings, open houses, different drawings. Good. That is a fantastic tip. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, Chelsea. People say I'm so lucky, and then they come look at my bookmarks list, and it takes a lot. So I don't like, right? Oh my God, it's so funny. Yeah, also Zoom meetings with Sweepstakes friends. I get together with a few friends on Thursdays. Oh, and I've never been invited. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, I do virtual contest club meetings. Lori has her friend. You can, if you're on one of the sites that has chats, you can connect with other sweepers there too. I think you don't always have to use Zoom either. I think Facebook has like chat rooms or something. You can do that. Yes, contestgirl.com is another one. It's well organized. Linda, I know Linda, who owns that site. She's the sweetest woman, but she doesn't like any kind of publicity. So she always says to me, if she ever gets asked, she tells them to call me. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. But yeah, she's so sweet. Yes, it's not luck, it's persistence. But it is a bit of luck, I think, because they say the harder you work, the luckier you are, right? So if you're putting out the effort, Jack Canfield always says the universe rewards action. So if you're out there entering and you're having a good time and you're feeling lucky, stuff shows up. Like, look at that. I got the Doritos bag that I didn't even know I won. I was so excited. Woo! Oh, I hate that. I hate that phrase. You're so lucky. I have to grit my teeth. But you are. Okay, so I'm going to argue with Brenda on this one because I believe you have to think you're a winner and you have to believe you're lucky before you are. So I'm not the only one to think this. So Helene Hadsel, who wrote the Name It and Claim It game. Oh, look at that TikTok. I had 5 more messages on TikTok and I didn't even notice. And why did my video flip on that one again? Back. That's weird. Oh, the best was at the Hilton. Yeah. So I think her name's Mary. She says the best promo. She's on TikTok. And she says the best was the Hilton promo during the New York mini convention. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. Okay. So oh my gosh, I don't know what year it was. Maybe 2015. I'm guessing. Maybe 2014. I don't know. Somewhere in there. And Hilton had a promo that you could text or something every hour. And if you hit the instant win, you won like $100 a night stay, something. I can't remember all the prizes. So our sweepstakes convention, there was a mini, so there's only 150 people there. All of us with our phones out. And then someone would be like, it's 10 o'clock. Everybody enter. And invariably somebody in the room would go, I won! And then the next hour, we'd stop the convention and everyone would do it again. Oh my God, it was so fun. I think half the room must have won during that convention. It was crazy fun. Yes, thank you for reminding me that. It's so fun. This hobby's so fun. But again, I think part of it too was the whole room was doing it and we were all excited and will it happen? Right? So, oh my God, I don't even know where in the book it is. But it was the story that I'm trying to find you is is basically there was a woman who wanted to know how Helene was so lucky. And Helene says, oh, well, here, and she kind of showed her how to enter sweepstakes a little bit, the ins and outs of it. And, keys to winning. See, here you go. She says there's a common denominator with winners. They decide what they want, they imagine they have it, and they know they will get it. That's pretty much the law of attraction summed up. But she showed this woman how to sweepstakes, and they decided they had a bunch of entries, and they were going to the post office. Yeah, I can't find the story. It's in here somewhere. And the woman, it was the drive-through. I don't know if we don't have them here in Canada, but they have them in the States. And you can drive up to the post box, and it's kind of got a long arm on it, and you can throw in your mail. And so the woman sitting beside Helene takes these envelopes and throws them in the box and goes, there goes nothing. And Helene's like, yeah, you're not winning anything. Because the woman was just like, that energy to the universe was, you are lucky. You have to embody you are lucky. So I'm lucky. I have my license plate says I'm lucky. So when I'm driving around, people look at that and send me lucky vibes. That's my thought process on that. Right? You got to think you're lucky before you are. And so when you grit your teeth when people say you're lucky, I want you to switch that. I want you to get up every day and look in the mirror and say, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. And believe it. Woo! Say it with conviction. I'm lucky. So I would love to do some Canadian contests weekly or monthly. Susan, go check out my virtual contest club meeting, because half the people that come are Canadian, half the people that come are American. It's fun. I agree there's some luck, but we also make it. There are sweeps where everyone wins. You don't need work. Keep a lookout. You don't enter. I have so much fun entering. The prizes are a bonus. Well, that's true. That's good. But yes, I understand what you're saying is that you don't just win in a void, right? You don't just manifest prizes in a void. You have to make effort. You're looking for sweepstakes. You're entering sweepstakes. You're organizing your sweepstakes. You're using some kind of system. For example, an Excel spreadsheet, your Google autofill, your RoboForm, you've set it up. You're keeping you learn to spot win at 100 paces. You're right. You're not just sitting there in the living room. I'm going to win prizes. Yeah, that doesn't happen. But the same can be said for anything in life. You can't just sit in your living room and go, I'm going to get a job. No, you got to polish up your resume, fix your LinkedIn profile, and get out there looking. There is something to it, right? The harder you work, the luckier you are. But you also have to feel lucky. If you are in a grumpy ass mood and you sit down to enter your sweepstakes, you are not going to win much. Days that I'm having a good day are the days I tend to win the most prizes. And I have found, I don't know why it is, when I'm vibing high, that's when I win. So if you can get into those good vibes, that's when you should be entering. It kind of is like a sales adage. Back in the day, they used to say, when's the best time to make a sale? When you've just made a sale. Because you're in that zone. You're like, I'm selling. Guess what? Winning is the same thing. As soon as you win something, sit down and start entering, because you're in that vibe. You're in that zone. Oh, I hit the mic again. I get too excited. So I think it's because what people usually mean by lucky is that wins just come to you without any effort. To me, luck is part of it, but encompass effort and positive energy, not just having prizes appear, although I'm all for that. True. Nothing manifests out of thin air. Like, I mean, apparently I read Becoming Supernatural, and apparently there's a guru that used to be able to manifest ash in his hand out of thin air. Yeah, we're not at that level of energy manipulation. We have to work at it a little bit. And so, yeah, but I think it's also the attitude you go in with and how you're vibrating. I know, because when I got my divorce, I've entered for 20 years, but when I was sad, I barely won anything, and I was entering just as much. And it wasn't until I was super happy that I won a trip. It took me 10 years. I had a 10-year gap between trips. And it's because I believe my energy, even though I'm a positive person, my overall vibration was lower, and I just wasn't pulling in the wins. Oh, see, yes. I love the caption picture contest. Fun, and I love the creativity. Good for you, because I'm terrible at those. I always cringe when I see them because I think, oh, I can't come up with something clever enough. So if you have that talent, use it. If you are good, use any talent you have. If you're amazing at photography, enter all the photography contests. If you love cooking and baking, photograph everything and do that. Combine your hobbies if you can do it. So if you're really clever at writing, any essay contests, nomination contests, anything that asks you to use your skills, do it. Oh, Lisa, you came late. Have you heard of Omaze? Yes, we talked about it earlier in the thing. And I'm interviewing them for my book. Yes, thank you, Charlie. You have to be lucky. Matthew, Leotrim. So actually, I did talk about, how when I was sad, I wasn't winning as much. But sometimes when I was sad, just entering really made me happy. If I was having an off day or something, I'd make a pot of tea and I'd sit down and I'd just start entering sweepstakes. And by the time I finished my dailies and poking around, looking for new ones and stuff, I felt better because I was doing something that made me happy. So the act of entering itself and the optimism of, look, you don't know what's going to show up in the mail. Like, look, I had a surprise win that I didn't even know I had won. And I kind of wanted one too. I was so disappointed the contest ended. I didn't win one. Damn. And it showed up. How cool is that? So I might have got a notification and didn't notice. So sometimes it can really help entering when you're not feeling super good. Yes, Lori, it's a great network. You teach each other and share sweeps or do a newsletter together. Oh, you know what? Nicole says, how did everyone do with the 10-day challenge? Unfortunately, I was sidetracked and need to restart. Now, the 10-day challenge is something that I hosted in my Good Vibration Sweepstakes Club, because sometimes if you post wins on Facebook and Instagram, people poo-poo you and give you the evil eye. So I started this Good Vibration Sweepstakes Club so people could post their wins and everyone goes, woo, congratulations. I love that. It makes me happy when I see what people are winning, because I'm like, oh, it inspires me that I'm like, I can do that too. Or, ooh. And so I was doing this 10-day miracle challenge that I learned from Mitch Horowitz. And I posted my day one, and then I got super busy and I forgot to post. Now, I had said what I wanted was a video to go viral on TikTok. Well, I guess the universe had other ideas. Because instead, during that period, I had a video go viral on a platform called Rizzle. Now, I believe it's out of India. It's a TikTok competitor. And my objective was to have my messages reach the people that needed to hear them. I thought that platform would be TikTok. The universe had other ideas. My stuff has gone crazy on Rizzle. And how I found Rizzle was I actually got an email from Rizzle directly as an influencer. And they said, hey, we like what you're creating. Would you consider becoming a content creator on our platform? And I thought, sure. The more people I can reach with my messages of fun and good fortune, it doesn't matter to me if it's this platform or that platform. And I had a video go crazy and my numbers started doing this. And I'm at 70,000 followers on Rizzle, and every video is getting like 20 and 30,000 views. And unlike TikTok, there's no analytics. I have no idea where these people are on the planet. I don't know. It's actually one of the reasons I'm making my next book global. The problem with you can't win if you don't enter, and how to win cash, cars, trips, and more is I used quotes from various companies, books. So if you look here and how to win cash, cars, trips, and more. So for example, especially in the Attracting Luck chapter, right? I did some great quotes, right? So for example, you'll see here, I quoted Dr. Richard Wiseman, and I don't know if you can see it here. You see how I had to put the permissions? I'll show you here on TikTok. I had to put permissions there. And when you get those permissions, first of all, you have to pay for them. And second of all, you're limited to where you can publish the book. So this book is only available in Canada, US. I can't sell it anywhere else in the world. I'm legally not allowed to. So I thought on that. So anything that I did not get global permissions for was ripped out of the book. So my goal on Prizes Everywhere is all new. So I ripped out like half the book. So all new stories, no replication of stories, all new resources, all new, any quotes that I do like that. I told them up front, this is a global book. So I either got permission or they were out. Because some of them were key. I got Tom Cavalli to write the foreword. I'm adding in a section on winning resources. Like basically, if you have how to win cash, cars, trips, and more, you will want to buy Prizes Everywhere because it is different enough that you'll want that information. Plus, I'm going to have a whole chapter on TikTok. Oh yes, thank you. Yes, Lisa. Yeah, I love Helene. I kind of wish she was still alive, but I kind of feel her sometimes when I'm working on her books. I know that sounds strange, but the other day I swear she was over my right shoulder as I was writing. Confessions of an 83-Year-Old Sage is almost done. I'm on the final edit. I'm halfway through. I don't know where the book is. I can't show you. Oh, there you go. Lori says, a Zoom meeting, a few of us go over the iWin newsletter. Jane says, I find when I call into a radio station, I feel at ease. I usually have to be in correct caller, but when I feel anxious as I really want to win, I don't end up getting through. Yes, and that comes from Wayne Dyer. What Wayne Dyer would talk about is, imagine what you want is like water in your hand. So if you want to take a drink of water, right, you have to kind of just be easy with it and you can drink. But if you're anxious and you really want to win and you try and hold water, right, what happens? It all just slips out of your hands. It doesn't work. So yeah, so when you're in the flow, it works. Contesting is a way of life. Yes, and you know who said that? Dorothy Sheffer in The Prize Winner of Defiance, Ohio. Yeah, so thanks for Rizzle. I have no idea. I find it a very awkward platform to be on, but maybe it's just me. But I have a ton of followers, so I keep posting, and I try to do some in there and others. But if I'm on, I prefer TikTok. It's my own personal preference. I like TikTok. So the other thing I've learned is I did this 2 months ago. Was I finally, because I was so fed up of not winning, I stopped entering on my business accounts. So Facebook, I've always had a personal account because you can't set up a business account unless you have a personal account. But Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, I only had business accounts, and I didn't enter on the personal accounts. And then there was a few TikTok sweepstakes that I entered that had very low entries, and I didn't win. And I knew it was because I was the contest queen. Like, the marketers come to my page to look, and they're like, no, and they go to the next winner. And I thought, that's it. And sure enough, I started entering on my personal accounts, and boom, I won a really good prize. So I knew it was because I was entering as the contest queen. So contest queen is only for business. I talk sweepstakes, I teach sweepstakes, I promote client sweepstakes. And I promote all my classes and my meetings and all that stuff. So all my posts you'll see are related to that on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Am I missing something? Instagram? I know there's so many social. That's the other reason I was really reluctant to add another set of social channels. Like, oh my God, I have a marketing business. I haven't posted on my Idea Majesty in forever. So last year, I finally split my business. So Contest Queen was just teaching, and Idea Majesty was all my business and marketing, because I don't just do sweepstakes marketing. I do social media management. I do customer service management. I do consulting. I do all that kind of stuff over there. But that poor queen over there with the crown, it's getting tarnished. I haven't blogged. I haven't really posted on social. I haven't done anything because I'm so busy trying to get all these books out and all this. So I finally have another set of social accounts. So I enter on my personal accounts, and I only do business on my business accounts. So I hope that clears things up. So now we're at like 9:15. So I'm going to wrap this up. Is there any last minute questions for me? And otherwise, just email me, because sometimes I'll answer them in the middle of the month. Like, I know on TikTok, if people submit questions, I will answer them, because I can do videos for that. So there's a Q&A section on TikTok. On other platforms, sometimes I do little videos. And then there's always YouTube. There's YouTube, but there's not really as many sweepstakes on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. Oh my God, I forgot. I have a giveaway that I do every month. So you have your choice of how to win cash cards, strips, and more. The Name It and Claim It game. In Contact with Other Realms. Now, I'm only giving these books away on Facebook. So if you're on YouTube, go over to Facebook after and just leave some comments and get your entries in. And I don't have a copy of the cover, but this is my author's copy that I printed out to edit. It's Confessions of a, oh, you can hardly see it. It's so bright. Confessions of an 83-year-old sage. Yeah, this is basically I print it out and I fold every page over, so I make sure that when I'm doing this and I'm flipping pages, they're all in the right spot. And what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm catching all my spelling mistakes and trying to fix the grammar. And I know I'm doing a lot of work on it, because I just got an email today from Grammarly that says, congratulations, you're a power user. You use Grammarly more than 99% of our other users. How crazy is that, right? So yeah, the Name It and Claim It game. Yeah, I love that book. Yeah, I'm sad that Helene's gone. Oh my God, we'd be trouble together. We were trouble together. I remember when I went down there, we were coming back from a contest club meeting, a sweepstakes club meeting. We went and had, I made sure that the weekend I went was the DFW winners sweepstakes club meeting. And I took Helene. Oh my God, they were like Helene Hadsels at our club meeting. Anyway, on the way back, they had, I saw this thing that said frozen custard. I'm like, what's frozen custard? She's like, it's kind of like ice cream. I'm like, I want to try that. So she wasn't walking very well at that point. She needed, a little walker. Her balance was a little wonky. It was a couple of years before she passed. So she was up there. I think she was 84 at the time, 85. So I left her in the car and I went in and I got us frozen custard. And then we sat in the car and we laughed our asses off and ate custard for dinner. Oh my God, she was the best. Rochelle said, I can't wait to read your new book. And Brenda says, Confessions sounds like fun. I'm going to warn you, these books are not sweepstakes books. Confessions in Contact with Other Realms and Confessions of an 83-Year-Old Sage are not sweepstakes books. In Confessions, she talks about all these crazy adventures she had over her life. So she's confessing. And I love what she did. Her format is, I probably might do this when I'm old too. She had a laptop, like she's in her 80s. She's got her laptop. And this is like, she passed away in 2010. So you know what the laptops are like in, 2008, 2009, whenever she published this book. So she sat there with her laptop and she would have breakfast and she would be inspired to write. And so every chapter starts with what she had that day for breakfast and how she got to be inspired to write what she was writing. I mean, how awesome is that? I love her. Okay, so I'm going to end with this question because it's very good. I can't manifest my dream iPhone yet. It's frustrating. Any tips? Okay, first of all, we have to, you have to get out of the frustration. That's part of it. So first, what I want you to do is, if there's a specific prize that you want, that's the first thing you're going to look for, and that's the first thing you're going to enter. So if you have a folder system of what you're entering, you're going to have a folder that says phone. And I'm not saying iPhone. I'm just going to put phone. And then any contest, legitimate, be careful, because when it comes to those kinds of electronics, especially when there's a new release, there's a ton of scammers out there. So you got to be careful. So that's why using a sweepstakes aggregate is so important. So what you want to do is you want to enter every sweepstakes that gives you either an iPhone or a gift certificate or gift card. Because if you won, a $1,000 Visa gift card, you could use it to buy a phone. So don't limit yourself to a phone. You say, I want a phone, but how I get there, it doesn't matter. Right? So focus on, I want a phone, but how can I get there? What are my opportunities to getting it? And be open to all those opportunities. And what if you won a $500 gift card here and a $100 gift card here and a $300 gift card here and something else here and a credit from, an electronics store there, and then you piecemealed it. Helene Hadsel, in her book, The Name It and Claim It Game, her goal was to be in Paris on her 40th birthday. And she hobnobbled this whole trip together, like she won a trip to Venice, and she changed the tickets to France, and then she had something to New York, and then she had a hotel stay here, and then she had that. So she piecemealed the whole thing together. But in the end, on her 40th birthday, she was sitting at a cafe in Paris having wine with her husband. And so she had the end result she wanted, but she sure as heck didn't get there by just winning a trip to Paris, and that was the end result. So don't focus on how you're going to get there. Say, I want an iPhone and I want the universe to show me every single opportunity I have to get to that goal, and be open to whatever shows up, and you will be amazed. Spec it. Yes, thank you. Select it, project it, expect it, which is the hardest thing people can do, and collect it. So, and Lori says it 3 times. Spec, spec, spec. Yes, I've watched your videos on YouTube. So yeah, that's another tip. Go to my YouTube channel and find the Helene Hadsel playlist. And that's going to help you. Now, what the no, it's not out yet. I'm still editing. It's very close to being, I'm hoping, actually, because it's Monday, I'm hoping by the end of the week I'll be finished editing. Then it'll be available, but I have to order an author's copy. So if you order it between me confirming the author's copy and the beginning, if there's any mistakes in it, I'm not going to be held responsible, because Amazon will not let me order a printer's proof. They're not available where I live. So I have to put it out to the public, but I'm not going to promote it, and then we'll see. So all the advice that I just gave for Lauren about her iPhone, I want you to use that for any prize. So if your goal is a new car, or your goal is a trip, whatever it is, use the same advice to organize that. Oh, no problem, Esther. I'm happy to. That's why we do these. Okay. See, there you go. It worked. Nicole says, yes, I P-bailed my iPad. I got a $200 Visa gift card, a $200 Best Buy, $500 cash, and she got an iPad, a case, a keyboard, and a screen protector. Bravo. I love it. See? Yeah. So she wanted an iPad, and she said, okay, I want an iPad. And it all came together, and she's probably watching this on her iPad. Awesome. I'm hoping by the end of the week, but don't hold me to it. Her other 2 books are already there. Name It and Claim It and In Contact with Other Realms are already there. Oh, and there you go. I'd love to win it, particularly the latest With or Without a Cover. Yeah, if I send you that one, it's chock full of mistakes if you win that one. Yeah, and the other thing is, too, I had a contest. So what happens is once I approve it, then there's a printer I use, and I order 100 copies for myself. So then I have them to give away and to share and to use for media and to do for different things. So so if somebody does want the Confessions one, they'll have to wait a couple of weeks for their prize, but I'm sure that'll be fine. There you go. Okay, so now it's almost 9:30, so I'm going to wrap this up now, but I couldn't resist that last question because I really wanted you to know that you don't have to, because if you're frustrated and I have to win an iPhone and oh my God, that this energy, you can feel it right through the screen. I know you can. This energy, oh my God, I'm going to win. That's not going to win. That will not get you to win. So when you're feeling lucky and you're vibing and you're having fun, that's when you're going to win. So good luck until next month. Send me your questions. Our next contest club meetings on the 4th. Oh my God, what am I saying? I've totally forgot. You have to come back on Wednesday. I'm going to have, my guest is Lisa Roulette. Yes, you have to come back on Wednesday. My guest is Lisa Roulette. She is a manifesting coach, and I follow her on TikTok. She's amazing. Go watch her videos. She also has, go to her, if you go to lisaroulette.com, you can check her out and click on all her channels and stuff. She is amazing, and she came up with it. She says, oh, why don't we call it Witchy Ways to Win? How fun is that? So she's my guest on Wednesday. We're going to be back here at 8 o'clock on Wednesday. She's going to teach us. I already have her tips. I'm not giving you any of them until Wednesday. You have to come back to find out. And we're going to talk about witchy ways to win. and manifest prizes. Oh my God, I'm so excited. It's going to be so good. I haven't even talked to her about having a giveaway. So maybe, I don't know if we'll have one or not. But she, oh my God, she's just so worth having as a guest. You know what I should do? I should see. It costs me a fortune if somebody wins them in Canada, but I should give out a prize magnet T-shirt. Okay, I'm gonna think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna give out a prize magnet. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go change the copy now and put in a thing so someone can win a prize magnet T-shirt of their choice, color and size, right? And yeah, because that's what she's teaching, that you can become a prize magnet. And and if you win from me here, and if you get one of my books, I'm so proud of my kid. I got stickers too. So I have this and this. Where's the other ones? I have magnets. Where do the magnets go? So I'm lucky in magnets and stickers. I have SPEC, which is select it, project it, expect it, collect it, in stickers. And I have prize magnet in stickers. I love these. I know, I'm so proud of my kid. I told her I'm going to keep coming up with stuff, and she's going to have to do all my merch. Yeah, I'm going to have to get these in stickers, in magnets too. The next time, see, I get all my stuff from Sticker Mule, so when they have specials, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to buy that. So that's what I've been doing. Every time they have special, I buy some stuff. So that's why I have magnets. Anyway, so tonight was a good night. We had a lot of fun, and I will see you. Oh, yes. That's another good point. Quickly, Cheryl says, I tuned in late. I'll rewatch. That's the beauty of these live streams, is that they're available on demand if you miss them. And my giveaway is open for like a week. So if you didn't get to watch it right away, you can watch it later and get your entries in. And because I don't pick a winner right away. Aw, thank you. Yes, she is. I'm very proud of my kid. She's a born artist. I have pictures of her, like at 10 months, she could hold a pencil properly. There you go. I knew it. She's a born artist. Oh, there you go. And we'll end on fingers crossed. Good night.